What is going on, everybody? You guys have been asking for it, so I'ma deliver. As I had mentioned before, we have a sit down that talks about ketamine. Okay, ketamine and its effects and how it can end up actually helping the mind repair itself in some type of way, being able to grow. Again, I'm just personally getting into ketamine myself, understanding it, how it would be able to benefit me, but there's some information that I wanted to be able to drop. So we have a amazing guest that is actually the individual who works side by side with Dr. Shaw, my doctor for Texas THC Doctors. So don't forget to check it out, texasthcdoctor.com. As long as you go to the website, I believe there's actually still a special to be able to get a prescription for medicinal THC. So hope you have a great day. More to come the next couple weeks, and talk to you soon. Alrighty. It's pretty laid back. Anything that you've probably been hearing now is pretty laid back, pretty much the same.
Oh, we can't hear anything.
Oh, okay.
No, this is soundproof. This is why this room is so appropriate for ketamine. Because ketamine, we want it to be a silent treatment. It's kind of a self-guided treatment with the patient, and it's for patients who are kind of talked out of therapy. It's for patients who have been on antidepressants for years and realizing that they're not helping me. I'm still not feeling well years later. So that's why we like a quiet room. We make it very tranquil. All of these, we do guided meditation before we start.
Okay.
And depending on the patient's preference, we might say a prayer before we start. We kind of get to know the patient a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it is a therapeutic treatment.
Okay.
It's patient dependent. We follow a protocol that comes out of Harvard. So it's the same protocol, clinical protocol we follow.
Right.
But we curtail it to the patient.
Okay.
So it's almost an intimate kind of thing. And because it's silent, it's a very personal thing, So
I definitely get that. That's really cool. Now, I know that we didn't get a proper introduction. Can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Carly. I am a registered nurse. I am a certified guided ketamine assistant. And I have been doing nursing for 20 years.
Wow.
I have a background in emergency care, critical care, cardiac care, you name it. In 20 years, I've probably done it.
Well, thank you for what you've done.
Now, mental health. And I'm like, I get chills on my body, literally chills. When
I do
think
too.
About the connection that I can make with people and doing, essentially God's work through people.
For sure.
Because that's what it is. It's helping people.
That's how I am whenever it comes to mental health. Like, I notice that I connect more with people who are kind of going through the same thing that I'm going through or have been through something that I've already been through. And I have this urge. I mean, what I do now in healthcare, it's absolutely amazing. What I do here is great. I've been able to reach so many different types of people, but being able to make that connection and help those changes have been really good. I mean, mental health is such a hard topic to touch on some people, though. How has that been in your case? Like, are people kind of reluctant? It's been kind of hard to...
Personally?
Yeah?
No, it's not been. I never have interactions with people where they are very reluctant, because when you put that positive energy out towards someone, it feeds them, and so of course they're reciprocating. It's this energy transfer that you're doing, so personally no, but I get it. It is a sensitive thing, and that's why I always tell patients prior, like, this is personal. This is, you don't have to speak on anything. That's the beauty of this treatment.
It's so
it's
good.
Not really meant to unpack. That's not what it is. You're not unpacking a lot of things that you don't want unpacked. You're actually processing things internally. This is unlocking your receptors that have been damaged.
Right.
And it's also anti-aging the brain, meaning giving that increased neuroplasticity, meaning your brain is actually allowed to think how it couldn't think because it's been locked. It's been with lock triggers.
Makes sense.
We've developed traumas, we've developed lock triggers, and they're there. They're in us. This is like an anti-aging, increasing neuroplasticity, unlocking those receptors so our dopamine, our serotonin, and everything can actually connect, and we can process feelings appropriately.
Now, some people wanted to kind of know like how long this process takes.
It's a pretty quick process. So you're going to, of course, get assessed by a physician.
Right.
You're going to come in and we curtail it. It's a weight-based dosing. So we weigh the patient, we follow the protocol. The actual treatment after you receive the injection is 30 minutes of silence. So the whole appointment is an hour to an hour and a half. Of course, it's patient dependent. So sometimes the patients want to talk. Sometimes they're anxious about the treatment and we have to spend, extra time. And we allot that time because it's not about time.
Right.
It's about helping the patient.
It's about them.
So yeah. Usually it's pretty quick, Patients are like, I feel good about this. I've done research. I'm ready. Some patients, you might need to just make them a little more comfortable. That's why we curtail the meditation process, you know. And through your vital signs, we can see, oh, now you're nice and relaxed. Now you're good, Versus they come in and maybe their blood pressure is a little up, and we can tell. When your
I think that's with taking anything new that you're unaware of or not quite too sure. As soon as it hits your body, you're like, what's going to happen? Now, testimonies, what have you been seeing so far? I mean, you're working directly with these patients.
So I, work with a spectrum of people. Everyone is on some type of spectrum, We all are.
Right.
So there's severe and then there's, high functioning anxiety. It varies, patient to patient. So I've seen improvement with even the most severe. I had a patient who was very severe, could not function because of her anxiety, and she just couldn't function in society. And we're of similar age, but her emotional growth was definitely, behind because she was being held back by this anxiety and depression so hard. She, after receiving this treatment, was able to take some online college courses, something she never would have done had she not received this treatment. And she gave that testimony and said, had I not met you and met Dr. Shaw, had I not done this treatment, I wouldn't have had the confidence, I wouldn't have felt good, I wouldn't have done all these things. So even the most severe of, situations can have benefit and improvement. Anyone can be helped, even, somebody who doesn't feel like they are being affected by their anxiety. Because we lie to ourselves about it.
All the time. All the time. Some of us grew up like that.
It's our culture. It's our culture. And it's the American culture. And hopefully it gets better for mental health.
For sure.
And that's why we're trying to be like crusaders, in it.
Right. I mean, I know growing up, and that does play a part. Growing up, it was a little bit more tougher. You got to kind of get up. You kind of got to deal with it. Things come your way. You just got to learn. And that wasn't really my... Yeah.
Right? Yeah, get up. You're going to get the chocolate. Things are changing.
They are.
Next generation, we're all learning. We are never not students of life. The day that we are not learning, the day that we are not a student of life is the day we die, For
sure.
So.
For sure. I agree. Now, if people are, a little bit hesitant, again, I know that you're easing the process into them. What side effects can they have?
So, side effects would include short-term effects. The long-term, there's long-term benefit, but some side effects, short-term, increased emotionality.
Okay.
You might be driving and hear a song, that you've heard 500 times in your life, and all of a sudden, this song is hitting you in your soul, and you're feeling some feelings that you wouldn't typically feel.
Right.
So all of these side effects are actually good. We're supposed to have feelings. We're have a spectrum of feelings, and we're supposed to visit those feelings. And the good ones, we're supposed to resonate in them for a while. And the bad ones, anger and all of these sadness and all these things, we're supposed to visit them, but we're not supposed to resonate in them. And this medication is making you realize that. Though that is the, biggest side effect, from it, is that it's really an eye-opener.
And being on the THC, like we had discussed, being on the THC really helps me focus on that one thing, and it's been able to help me understand on my thought process on how I jump the gun on a lot of stuff. I need to take my time. I need to be able to be more patient. So it's very similar from what it sounds like. I mean, I know that I'm interested in the ketamine now that talking to you guys.
It really is for anyone. It really is.
Doesn't hurt to try.
It doesn't. You can do a single session. You know, there's no real risk in the session. You know, the risk is you feel, well, I didn't get any improvement. But honestly, you will feel improvement. I have never treated a patient that did a single session that didn't say
they may not realize it right away.
They realize it right away.
Oh, they do realize it right away.
When they come in for single session, I've never had a patient stick with a single session. They do the protocol and they complete the protocol, and then they end up feeling amazing.
I gotta check it out.
We maintain, just like you do a deep tissue massage, and you're feeling, oh man, I've been working for so long, I need a vacation. You know what, I can't afford a vacation right now. Let me go get a deep tissue massage. That's your maintenance dose.
Gotcha.
You come in and get a maintenance dose, you know, it's patient dependent.
Right.
Some patients might feel those feelings, you know, sooner than others.
I like that. I like that. Now, if an individual was really wanting to get into it, understand, you guys are available at all times whenever it comes to your hours of operation. Where can they reach y'all? Where can they call to be able to talk about this?
They can call directly here, and we are available. They can call 210-255-1400. They can reach directly me, the nurse. I will answer any and all questions. I'm always wanting to educate patients. Even if I've had patients call from out of state, and I personally cannot treat them, but I'm going to guide them in the right direction. That this is some, you know, avenues in that state that I'm already aware of. These are good people. They will help you.
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. You're already doing the legwork for them so they don't have to do the homework. Love it. Love it. And where can they find you though? Do you have anything that people can go and follow you on?
BrainRestore TX on Instagram. That's the best place to find me, and I'm very receptive on there, and I am always open to answering any and all questions.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming on. I really do appreciate it. Nice meeting you too. And you got to meet me the same day that I got to meet Dr. Shaw for the first time. So, but we're definitely interested.
Life, right?
Life. Yeah. Well, again, thanks for coming on, you guys. Again, we are here being able to talk about THC, ketamine, how the benefits. I want y'all to be able to go and follow these individuals, go talk to them. If you have any type of questions, everything's confidential. Don't worry about all your information getting out there because it's all confidential. But I love y'all. Y'all be safe, and we'll see you next time in the den. Peace.